early. I think if I went back and checked the audio of the stuff where I said it's really early, it'd be the good stuff. Here comes some good stuff. Okay, this is a big one, and I'm ready for it. I'm not completely ready, but here goes. The past few days, I've been listening to one book and reading another, and I want a mixture of what's going on. The book I'm reading is called The Enlightened Traveler, and the book I'm listening to is Be Your Future Self Now. But I also just listened to T. Harv Eker's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I gotta say, the title's pretty far along on the cheesy spectrum. But hey, the interesting part about Secrets of the Millionaire Mind is how it's weird. It's so little about money. You'd think it'd be like, invest in real estate and buy low, sell high, or something financial, and it's all mindset and seriously borderline spirituality. So I was kind of surprised by that. But then again, I guess if I really think about it, I'm not surprised. And The Enlightened Traveler, what I really like about this is that it's a conversation. So it's sort of created like a fictional, it's almost like a theatrical drama, like a theater play, where there's just these two guys talking in an airplane. And that's the whole, I'm halfway done, but that's the whole book, these two guys talking. And I think, sorry, spoiler alert, I think it's a dream. I think one of the guys isn't real, and he's sort of the philosopher guy with the answers. And I think that's, like a dream-like state or something like that. So that's why he has all the answers, because maybe he's the higher self version of the real guy. I don't know yet. I'm only halfway through. The thing I like about it is the dialogue and how it's a story and how it's not bullet points and graphs and charts and nonfiction. It's told like a story. It is a story. It's these two guys in an airplane. He gets a drink occasionally. He goes up and go to the bathroom occasionally. And it's such a really scene. You can just flow with it, and it reads really smoothly, and I love it. So, and the other two books, I have three books really. You got Pam Grout's E Squared and E Cubed. And then you got T. Harv Eker's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And there's another one I read recently, but I can't remember the name. It was very businessy. And again, I was surprised at how sort of spiritual it was. So it's really interesting. I think, seriously, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, who's going to read that, right? It's people who want the secrets of a millionaire mind. They want $1 million, right? Or €1 million, or £1 million, or $1 million whatevers. And that's what they want. So we're back to give them what they want and secretly deliver what they need. So what do they want? Money. What do they need? Spiritual solidity, spiritual guidance, spiritual strength, mindset shift. Because if you said the book is called The Mindset Shift to Money or something, well, that's not interesting. You want the secrets, and you want the millionaire. Believe me, in book sales, I could learn from these titles, my witty titles that are way too clever. Frankly, just don't sell books. Okay, back to my big idea, because I don't want this thing going on forever. Here we go. With my upcoming trilogy under the umbrella of Kairos Kairos and Chronos time, and the 3 books, Energy, Trajectory, and Frequency. I want to interview 27 people, so 3 books, 9 steps or 9 topics per book, 9 times 3, 27, 27 different people, and I want to interview them for less than half an hour and get out their one message. Then, here's what happened this morning. Then, I'd like to create a fictional scene based on the content of that one message or one topic. So 27 chapters, 27 different themes or topics or chapters. And then I'd like a fictional story-like, drama-like, theatrical drama, and really, frankly, radio drama. So audio drama. Not video, not acted out, not cameras, just microphones and audio. So kind of going back to old school. I mean, you could call it old school radio drama. I'm sure there are podcasts that do this. And I could see the 27 scenes. Ideally, they're related. Ideally, they're maybe chronological or sequential in some way. And again, back to the travel aspect. What if it's travel and the thread, the constant throughout is not to completely borrow the enlightened traveler, but something with the consistent thread or the element or the character that's going along is something like this passenger that, talks to the 27 people. So I don't know, are there 27 different people? And then the constant is the spiritual dream, higher self thing. This part, I don't have this part clear yet. But this is why I'm recording right here, because this is how I get things clear. I record at early in the morning when the only thing awake are the seagulls. And I think it through, I talk it through. So here I'm sharing with you how this works. I'm also sharing this with you because if you're interested in being one of these 27 and you have an idea, a clear message, and then one of the 9 chapters of the 3 books, Energy, Trajectory, Frequency, I'd love to hear about it. Or if you know someone you think, I know somebody who'd be great, would just be a great topic for one of those 27, that'd be great. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for something under those topics. I need a tagline, a pitch, an elevator pitch for the book. I'll be working on that. But basically, Kairos and Chronos. Chronos time being regular time. 1 second, 2 1 second, 3 1 second. And then Kairos is where time is, I call it bent a little bit, or malleable, where, you say time stands still or time flies. So that's when 1 second does not seem to it be the equivalent of 1 second on the clock. That's Kairos time. So sometimes it's a terrible thing, sometimes it's a great thing. So for example, you get bad news or something's awesome is happening. And if you think about it, it's like travel or some euphoric news, and you savor that time, and it's more important. Those seconds or minutes or hours are somehow more important. They carry more weight than your regular Chronos, regular life. And the goal then there is to find the balance of Kairos and Chronos so that an elevated Kairos elevates your Chronos. In other words, the the exciting and fun and extreme parts of your life. Lift up your regular part. So clearly that's not a polished tagline there, but that's basically what I'm getting at. And the 3 books are Energy, Trajectory, and Frequency. Also without a clear elevator pitch for those 3, but energy is the idea, is the initial inertia, the initial energy that you already have. What do you need? You need trajectory. You need a roadmap. You need a goal, a guidance, a compass to set you on your way. And then finally there's frequency, and frequency is 2 elements of frequency. One is sort of how often do you do a thing, right? Is it daily or weekly or monthly or whatever? And then there's the frequency like the radio wave. So at which frequency are you vibrating? At which frequency are you living your Chronos life? At which frequency are you living your Kairos life? And I want to increase that frequency. What does that frequency mean? How does that translate into your real life? It's stuff like happiness and joy and meaning and purpose and love and friendships and laughter. So I want to increase the frequency. I think it comes down to happiness. And increase the frequency of your regular life by increasing the highs and decreasing the lows of your Kairos. Okay, I'm getting too far back to that, and I want to stick with the main topic at hand, which is the 27 different stories. Oh, one thing on a technical note. I would love to sell this through Teachable, using Teachable as the payment processor, and using BookFunnel as the audio delivery mechanism. So Teachable is a payment processor. Why? Because of their brilliant affiliate distribution mechanism. The way Teachable works is that we sell it. I'd love to sell it for a high ticket too, like $27. It's a high ticket for me. $27 or euros for this one book, but it's a major production, right? The $27, and ideally then each of the 27 people has their own code, and they're going to get the 40% commission or affiliate fee. So they get whatever 40% of 27 is. What's that? I don't know. Half is like 14. So it's maybe, 11. So they're going to get their $11. And this is way too much information for you, but Teachable pays that out before I get any of it. So I never see that, which tax-wise and administration-wise and all kinds of good stuff is fantastic. And Teachable is the only payment processor I know that does that. That is right there, reason enough to do Teachable. But then I want the delivery mechanism to be through BookFunnel. And so BookFunnel is how they would be processing their audiobook. So I'm probably going to need Zapier in between there to translate that payment in Teachable to a unique code, ideally, that only allows one person to download it. So that would prevent spreading and sharing. One person to download the audiobook one time onto their device, and then we're done. So there you go, a little technical stuff that came to me this morning as well. Yeah, I can't see my clock. And in fact, you want to know a secret? I have my eyes closed as I record this. I'm in bed. It's super early. There are only seagulls awake. And yet at least my mind is sort of, it's like sparkly, dazzly, glittery, glistening energy with these ideas. And they come to me in the mornings usually. And I haven't even done my meditation yet. And this stuff just bubbles up. And why does it bubble up? Because I'm working on a book. I think it's pretty much the answer to everything. Because I'm working on a book. Maybe that's the book title right there. Why are you so happy? Because I'm working on a book. How do you have such meaning in your life? Because I'm working on a book. Why are you always so inquisitive and curious and asking us questions and interested in the lives of others and the world because I'm working on a book. Kind of liking that as a title. Can you tell I'm a bit of on a creative journey this morning? Why is that happening? Because I'm working on a book. Okay, I'm cutting this off. 27 people, if you're one of them, contact me. I'm not hard to find. 27 people under the main theme of Kairos, which is lifting up the frequency of your life. And the 3 books are energy, trajectory, and frequency. Contact me if you want to be a part of it, or at least apply to be a part of it, because I'm not just taking any Samantha here. Shout out to those who know about Samantha. How it's my go-to word, my go-to name for my person. Okay, that's it. Have a great day. I know mine will be greater. Why? Because I'm working